Being sick as a gym rat is like 10 times worse than being sick as a normal, mentally stable human. Because when a normal human is sick, at least they can still do some activities that they consider to be fun, such as watching TV, or eating Cheez-Its, or calligraphy. But for a gym rat, there's only three things that we consider to be fun, which are getting a nasty pump, ignoring our gym crush, and taking pictures in the gym locker room.
Yeah, that's about right, to be honest. I genuinely don't think that people realize how dependent they are on the gym until they're not at the gym. When life smacks you sideways, when you cannot train, when you're in bed all day and you cannot eat, and you struggle to drink, and I don't want to say the last thing you think about is the gym. The first thing you think about is probably, I want to go friggin' train, but your body and your mind are not on the same track. Especially when you've been used to training or exercising consistently for a long time, you genuinely get depressed, or you get, OCD. You're like, I need to go do it. You get a bit excessive, right? And that's because your body is obviously is out of the routine. And it's funny because Dorian Yates even said this.
If you don't exercise, I don't know how you survive, man. I really don't know how people function without exercising. It makes you feel so much better physically and mentally. I love to get up and do something physical every day. I look forward to go to the gym or go for a hike or ride my bike. I'm like, how do people go through life and I can't imagine it, not training and being overweight.
Now, I appreciate that that's a little different than being sick from the gym, but it basically is the same thing. Think about it. When you're sick and you're home all the time from the gym, you're basically doing what most people are doing. You could be sat there playing a game, or sat on your phone, or watching something, or binge eating, or something like that. That's what most people do. And that kind of links into the TikTok that I started the video with. And to speak from experience, I never was athletic. If you go back and look at me when I was a kid, I used to sit there and play games all the time. I was literally obese. But if you look at me now, or, speaking from my experience now, I can say that I could never go back and do that. Now that I'm used to being in a schedule, being an adult basically, but also exercising regularly and being mindful of what I eat, I never could go back to what was happening before. Now, you could look at that as it's a schedule, or you could look at that as it's being dependent. Either way, I'm not alone on this, because there are so many other TikToks and, videos online of people saying similar things to what I'm saying right now. And if you scroll through these videos, they get so many views and likes, and even the comments fortify and support this mindset of you need to train. People in the comments saying stuff like, I'm sick right now and I can confirm that. Help me, I'm getting smaller. Someone said, I have a cold. A cold? Bro, I'd go to the gym if I had a cold. Like, for instance, literally in this last week, I couldn't go to the gym because I had food poisoning and I was throwing up every half an hour and couldn't leave my bed unless it was to go to the toilet. A cold? A freaking cold. But yeah, you get my point. People basically say the exact same things. But let's be honest, all hope is not lost. I see videos all the time similar to this. With people saying stuff like, oh yeah, losing 6 months of progress from being sick for a week or something like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a qualified PT and I'm not an expert in training in any way. I don't claim to be, and I don't sell flipping courses. But even I know that, look, when your body recovers and you start eating properly and going back to the gym, the strength comes back exponentially. It comes back pretty quick. So wait, what the hell is this old video from Jeff Nippert 7 years ago?
So some of you guys may know that I'm just getting over a cold myself, and so I figured this would be a good opportunity to address the question, should you train or not while sick? And there's a lot of different ways you can spin this. Right out of the gate, I should say that if you are contagious, it's probably good common courtesy to just stay out of the gym for the sake of the other members.
A cold? I'd go to the gym if I had a cold.
But let's just assume that you have access to a private gym, or maybe you're not contagious or something like that. Then should you train while you're sick?
Now, in research for this video, I didn't realize how much of a trending topic or topic of discussion it was for people to say, should you train when you're sick? I don't think I've ever really been in that position before until recently, but I don't know, I think you could make an educated decision on that. The main point of this video that I wanted to say wasn't a fact of, should you train when you're sick or anything like that. It's just a case of you really don't realize how dependent you are on the gym until you're not there. Now, this isn't gym cell level frigging crap or anything like that, right? It's not a case of, oh, we have to be in the gym every freaking waking second of the day. Oh, I have to be lifting weights every second of the day. Oh, every content medium that I watch has to involve lifting weights in some way. Oh, I have to be watching Sam Sulek and the Trend Twins you get my point, right? No, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the average gym goer to person who's more experienced in the gym is going to have that mental friggin' cugness from not being in the gym. Now, it gives me a few theories of what it's actually about. I think low-key, you get a high from going to the gym. And it's actually one thing that I kind of missed recently. Not because I was sick, but because I wasn't taking pre-workout. Now, I know that sounds really minor, but train for like a long period of time while taking pre-workout, then stop taking pre-workout for like a month. You can still drink energy drinks, don't drink pre-workout, you won't have the same workout. And so if you take away pre-workout and working out altogether, you're cooked. I think it also comes from the schedule element as well before. When you're in a routine of doing something and then you're no longer in that routine, your mind plays tricks on you because you want to be productive and you want to get something done. And I think that progression element links into every other video that I keep seeing on there as well, like this. Saying stuff like, of course, when you lose progress, you have that mental thing of when you're at home and you're like, I need to go gym. And then, of course, when you actually go to the gym, you're going to be weaker than you were before. So you're going to be even more depressed in a sense. But at least you get to work out now.